and we are awaiting the verification to move forward to take him to the ballot box and vote him out. Now, what you may not realize is that many of us here, how many of you a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, would have described yourself as apolitical, not political, didn't care about politics? You checked in, you voted, you did your job, right? Turns out, that's not sufficient. Turns out these guys have been operating without our critical oversight for a couple decades now, huh? So we have to do our due diligence. The first step is showing up. And that's what you did tonight. So thank you for being here. The second step is educating yourself. So what we have learned in the last 18 months is that Shasta County's Public Health Director, Dr. Karen Ramstrong, is walking right in line with the state. She does not care about your health, your children's health. She cares about doing what Governor Newsom tells her to do. How do y'all feel about that? She's supposed to be directing our county for our county's health, specified to our needs. Do you think she's doing that? Has she done that the last 18 months? Okay. So that's where the difference is. So here is what the Shasta County Board of Supervisors is able to do. They are able to hire a director of public health. They are also able to fire her. As a show of hands, can I see how many people would like to see Dr. Karen Ramstrong fired? Okay. Thank you. Go ahead and sit down. You guys, this is why we're here, because this is how you create meaningful change. The reason we recalled our Shasta County supervisors was for 3 reasons. The first is a betrayal of public trust. And that is what has happened in this county. They bowed to Governor Newsom. They bowed to what turns out to be tyranny over our freedom in the North State. The second reason is a need for fundamental change. Like we just pointed out, a lot of us thought it was vote, vote, vote. Well, that voting, as Kevin Kiley says, was as much a welcome mat as a do not disturb sign. We know better now. We are educated. And the third reason is that we don't have time to wait. We do not have time to wait for change in this county. We have to make the change in this county. You are saying no to mandatory vaccination for your children. You are saying no to mandatory vaccination for your teachers. You are saying no to mandatory vaccination of your healthcare workers. And they are going to try to scare you away. That's why they brought the National Guard into our hospitals. Not because our healthcare workers said, we are not anti-vaccine. We simply want choice. Now they separated them, didn't they? They took religious exemptions and they took a few of them. They divided them so they don't have the power. Will you let that happen with your teachers? No. Will you let that happen with your children? No. We have a chance, as Martha said, to stand right now, to stand together, to stand united and bring real change. Do not let them scare you away. I'd like to point out just really briefly the hypocrisy. Do you think all those National Guard are vaccinated? No. They're not until 2022. So again, do not let them scare you away. Do not let them force you into putting your house on the market, because I'm telling you right now, tyranny does not stop in California. It will follow you from state to state to state. And if you don't believe me, go online, look at what's happening in Idaho, look at what's happening in Colorado. These places you think are free are not free. The only way you stay free is by getting involved. And again, that is what you showed up here tonight to do. So I want to give you guys a little bit more hope. It is not just tonight. We are going to continue to meet weekly until we see change in this county and our freedoms are established and we remain a county that is embedded and entrenched in liberty.
Yes.
First, we organized. Next, we educated. And now we are activated. So I am going to ask you to set aside time to show up to these meetings, to show up to these protests, to write letters, to make phone calls, to be involved, because that's where we go from here. No more Netflixing for 2 hours every night, okay? If you want your teachers, if you want healthcare workers, okay? If you want medical freedom for your children and your children's children and your children's children's children, this is where you stand and you will not be moved. Shasta County, I just want to say thank you again. My name is Alyssa. Get on our email list. Go to recallshasta.org. Sign up as a volunteer. That will instantly, you are a volunteer now. Thanks for being here. But that will instantly get you on our email list where we can keep you up to date on all the meetings going on. Not necessarily regarding the recall, but this is regarding our healthcare workers. This is regarding our teachers, and this is regarding your children. Thank you, Shasta County, for being here tonight.